Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm gonna be giving you part 9 of What If Naruto was an alien hybrid. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends, see your social media platform. And also, guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was trained by Shao Kahn on this channel and enjoy that, guys. And also, stay in tune for a brand new episode coming your way over Anime King 2 and over an Anime King 3. If you're new, yes, you heard that correctly. Indeed, have 3 channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Making family. And thank you for all of your help and support. And yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode? Start the intro. So the last time we left off, as Naruto spoke to his mother and Mikoto, he wanted his mother to know her grandchildren and live as long as them. But it was her choice, it was up to her. As Naruto had this dominance about him, as he didn't work on people that related to him, but people around him, as Mikoto was starting to feel it. Just by being close to him. It go for the same for most female gender. As her mind was getting chained, moving towards him like he was the alpha, which basically he was. So with that, Naruto left, as he was going to go to Kiri, but the kids want to tag along as well. As Naruto decided to show them what the world was capable of, as he brought a few of them with him, and a few of his wife as well. With that, they went to Kiri, as Naruto knew more than capable that he could handle himself. Their entire genes were enhanced, their body was not normal after all. As they made their way to Kiri, Mei Terumi along with the rest of the rebellion forces, along with Kujiro and others, were there watching the scene. Until Mei felt something strange. Ayo picked up on it as he saw a monster. As Naruto had transformed, the kids could not transform, but their tongues could extend at ridiculous degrees and pierce through the strongest iron. Their speed and strength and their personality fit well along with their techniques, as they've been learning a lot. As the other girls transform as well, Haku, Anko, Hinata, as they move in, they attack ferociously. They did not hesitate, they did not hold back as they wipe out the forces making their way. As Naruto took on Yagura, but Naruto did not kill him, instead Naruto freed him. He was placed under a genjutsu. Someone was controlling his mind all along. As Yagura realized the big mistake that he made, he couldn't show his face back in the Kiri, so Naruto gave him a way to tag along with him, for him to come to his new village, the whirlpool village that was being rebuilt. With that, Mei was feeling the same effect from Naruto. It didn't take too long as Naruto turned her. 3 days later, as she was now with his kid, Ayo and Kojiro were confused and they didn't know how to respond. She wasn't pregnant, so how did... But she didn't elaborate. As soon as their village was back in good standards, they would join with the Whirlpool country. As Naruto was spreading his influence all over, when he returned back, his mother just wanted to live out her normal life, as he respected that, but he was happy that she was here, as she was dying to meet her grandbabies. Hanabi had evolved, as she wanted him the moment she saw him. Back at Konoha, Asuma was pissed off. He was furious ever since finding out that Kurenai was taken by Naruto. The man was getting darker and darker. He wanted Naruto dead. His apartment was a mess. He had just lost his father. So much things. If Kurenai was here, she would have been able to calm him down, and none of the others were able to do so, as he was just pissed off. He wanted Naruto dead. That is all they talk about nowadays. Jiraiya decided to send them out on a mission, Asuma included. Kakashi didn't think that was a good idea, but Jiraiya wanted the man to have a clear of mind, as he was getting reports around the village about him. As Jiraiya decided that he was going to do this after all. He was a Hokage, now what he say goes. As Kakashi agreed, as they were going to protect Yuki, a famous actress. Unknown to them, Naruto had a vision where he saw Yuki, as she would be the next person to join him, as he was going there as well, where Asuma and the others were going, and they were going to reunite, and it was going to be bloody. So yeah guys, those base guys were tough. You guys can switch across the place and check for yourself. So what do you say begin this new episode? Let's get straight into it. We begin this at the Uchiha estate. We are going to Snow Country. For me to get another lover, we're going to kill her uncle and allow her to ascend to the throne. And there will be an alliance between us and the snow. But we're gonna expect some company along the way, said Naruto. All the women that were around him frowned, as they knew exactly what he was implying. Let me guess, Konoha will stand in our way, said Ino. Exactly. They will attempt to stop us, but we will gain the upper hand by making them look bad in front of the princess and her movie crew. Do we have to kill them? The Konoha group asked Eve. As Naruto thought it over, no, but we will maim and injure them. If they decide to get in our way, we're expecting two teams to guard the princess, Team 7 and Team 10, as Ino was a bit surprised at her former team, and Forehead Girl will be on this mission. So who's going? asked Shizune. Ino, Kurenai, Mirai, Sasha, and Uchiha is coming with me. The rest of you stay here. Time skip, a few hours later. As Naruto and his group rode on the back of Ralph, the giant wolf, who was following the scent of Team 7 and 10. Once they reached the port, they saw the teams and the actors get on the ship. What should we do? How can we sneak on the ship? asked Ino. We can hide in the cargo hold. I can pose as one of the crewmates on the ships by consuming one of them. As Naruto saw that Shino had taken Ino's place for the time being. As Naruto moved towards a ramp that head for the ship. Hold it right there, sir, a man said, stopping him. This is just for the movie crew and the actress and her escorts. As Naruto's eyes shifted to the Sharingan, as the man went stiff. You were to take me and my party to the cargo hold, said Naruto. The man nodded obediently, as he led them through, unseen by anyone. Knowing the cargo hold, the family would rest there until they reached Snow Country. As he stabbed the man with a single claw, as red mist scattered, as Naruto consumed him and took his form. Stay here, said Naruto. I'll be on the surface of the ship, he said, as he spoke like the man as well. Meanwhile, with Kakashi and Asuma. You know you don't have to watch over me like I'm some kind of genin, Kakashi, said Asuma. As his tone was hard, Kakashi simply sighed. The reason why is because I'm worried about you. I understand that you're hurting, but you have to get your priorities straight and focus on your duty as a shinobi. You think you're the only one that is hurting. Inuichi and his wife is hurting. Then Naruto took their daughter. Kiba is hurting for the loss of his mother and older sister. The TNI department is in shambles without uncle. Same could be said for the envoys that miss Uchiha. Then there's Jiraiya, who's secretly hurting about Snatty. As Asuma huffed at that, he has a funny way of showing it. Unlike him, I'll get Kurenai back, no matter the cost. Then I'll skin that son of a bitch alive, if he so much as touch her. Asuma, don't let your anger and hatred for Naruto lead you down a path that will jeopardize your shinobi license. Even if you somehow get Kurenai back, she won't be the same. She might even try to kill you herself. She would never do something like that. She would never, said Asuma in protest, as he didn't believe that she would do that one bit. Kakashi sighed. The moment I saw those two girls, I told the third something was up with them. But they were good for him, that is what he told me. So he did nothing about them. And look what they did. They turned Naruto into a monster, who's out there breathing woman after woman. And he has probably already done the same for Kurenai, because if not, she would have come back by now. Asuma clenched his fist in anger, as he had nightmares of watching the two of them go at each other, and it was tearing away at his sanity. Several times he tried not to even sleep, so he wouldn't have those nightmares, but they kept on plaguing his mind. He tried to think positive dreams of just her and him together, as his dreams just twisted more and more into anger that fueled him to kill Naruto the moment he saw him. Let's get one thing straight, Kakashi, Asuma said. If we see Naruto, or if he comes on this mission, which I'm hoping that he will do, he's mine to kill, so you better stay out of my way. If you interfere. As Asuma looked towards Kakashi with a cold look. I'll kill you myself. As the man then walked off, as Kakashi watched the man leave, he was losing himself, even going as far as threatening him. He needs help, but he doesn't want it. Kakashi knew that it was a bad idea to let him come on this mission, but Jiraiya had been the one to order it, and he could not go against Hokage. Meanwhile, with Naruto, as he was still in his disguise as a crew member of the ship, he tracked the princess scent as it led him to her cabin. There was no shinobi or guard at the door. As he picked the lock and entered, as she was sleeping, his body shimmered as he returned back to normal, as he moved over towards her, as he was sleeping softly, as he moved and placed a gentle kiss on her lips. As he transmitted the virus into her, her eyes snapped open, as she started to unknowingly kiss him back. Before her eyes closed, he then bit her as he marked her in the neck, as she fell asleep. As Naruto transformed back as he went back to the cargo hold to eat with his family, as Koyuki was feeling her genes rearrange, her entire soul twisting as she was changing on the inside. A few hours later, as Naruto and his family felt the ship crash into something, as he shifted into his disguise to see what the hell was going on, an iceberg hit the ship. He mentally sent a message to Kurna and the others, as he got the kids and hide. As Naruto smells three unnatural smell, as it was not the crew or the Konoha ninjas. Well, if it isn't Kakashi, a bluish hair man said. He wasn't alone though, he had a woman with him, and a bulky man. All three of them possessed the same armor. Neidari Raga, said Kakashi, as he and his team prepared themselves. These guys must work for Koyuki's uncle. Maybe he could get one of them and find a location of that man. Kakashi and Neidari clashed, as Asuma clashed with a pink-haired woman. As Naruto focused on the bulky one, no choice, he said, as he charged towards the man. The bulky man looked confused, as a few others noticed that, shouting at him, as they wondered what the hell he was doing. As Naruto was currently in his disguise, so they thought he was just a helper. The bulky man stood there confused, not even moving, as this man could not get through his armor. But Naruto's hand shifted into a blade and tear right through it. The man spat out blood. Everyone was shocked to what they saw as they heard the bulky man cry out in pain. Kakashi and Neidari stopped fighting as Asuma and the pink-haired woman stopped fighting, as they all turned their sights. As Naruto absorbed his memories and everything, gained information about Dodo, as his body then shifted back into his original form, shocking everyone that he was here. As he gave them a smirk. Hello there, he said. Asuma lost it. At the sight of seeing Naruto, his rage bubbled up to the point of explosion. Naruto? Kakashi said, shocked. What is he doing here? Sasuke thought. Who is that? Neri thought. Well, isn't this a lovely reunion? Said Naruto. Your head is mine, Asuma said as he moved, as he ripped through the ice, running as fast as possible, his trench knife out. Asuma! No! Kakashi called out. But something flashed in front of him, as it was so fast, as the thing backhanded Asuma as he crashed into the snow. Asuma got up with rage, only to see that it was Kurenai. Kurenai-chan. Leave my alpha alone, you scum, said Kurenai. Asuma was shocked to what she said to him. As he looked at her, he focused as he searched all over her person until he saw her neck and that mark. The bastard did it. The bastard really did it. No, he refused to believe this. He refused. The rest of you may come out now. There's no point in us hiding. It was then that you jail. Along with two girls came out, and were their eyes tricking them or something? as they saw an older looking Ino. "Pig," said Sakura, as she looked at her former best friend. "Was that really Ino? Look at her figure. It can't be. It's been a while, forehead girl. How could you? How could you go with that thing? How could you abandon your home, your family? Don't you see that they miss you? Your mother and father, they miss you deeply. Why, Ino?" Pig, Sakura shouted in demand. "I am much more happier with my new family and daughter that Naruto has given me." As Sakura looked disgusted at what Ino said. "You actually did. You spread your legs to that abomination. He's a monster," Sakura shouted. "I suggest you watch what you say about him before I have to hurt you," Ino said, making her threat clear. "Still, I see that you have gotten nowhere with that one over there," she said. She looked towards Softy. "Can't you see that he's not interested in you?" "Shut up, you whore. At least I'm still human, and I have not turned into a freak like you and Naruto." "How gullible you are. I may not be human anymore, but me and the rest of my sisters have become something greater than humanity itself. It's a shame that Naruto doesn't see you as a worthy person. Well, he wouldn't want you anyway." As Sakura clenched her fist as she glared towards Naruto, who corrupted and changed her former best friend. Even Choji and Shikamaru couldn't believe it as he looked towards Ino, who was a woman now and completely different. Shino did nothing as he just watched the whole scene. Asuma, on the other hand, was focused on Kurnai. "If you know what's good for you, forehead, you better run along," Ino said. "You're not the Ino I once knew. You're just a monster now. Your mother and father will be heartbroken into what you've become. As a Kunoichi of Konoha, I must kill you," said Sakura as she pulled a kunai. As Ino chuckled, "You think you can kill me, forehead?" she said, as she shifted into her alien form, which was light brown, with slit blue eyes. Sakura looked horrified as her hand trembled at Ino's alien appearance, but she still steeled herself to fight her. While this was going on, the movie director told his cameraman to get it all. "Kurenai-chan, please tell me if you're still you. Don't you remember me? It's me, Asuma, your boyfriend." "Boyfriend? You?" "No, there's only one man for me, and that's Naruto-kun." As Asuma looked horrified, he felt his heart cracking slightly. "No, you're wrong. That thing over there is trying to take over you and use you. Please, I know that you're still in there. Whatever he's doing, fight. You can break free." "You don't understand. He's my alpha, and I love him. He's everything to me. What we might have had in the past, Asuma, is long gone. And I can assure you, I still remember everything. But I just don't feel anything for you," she said, as he felt his heart cracking more. "Please, just come back," he said, as he pleaded with her. "Mother doesn't love you. She loves father," Mirai Uzumaki said, as Asuma turned his head to see the child. As he looked back towards Kurnai, the girl looked so much like her, and the marks on her cheek. As Asuma clenched his fist, a child that could have been his. None of this is fair. This is not how things were supposed to be. His world started to crumble even more as his mind tried to deny it, but it was right in front of him. Everything that Jiraiya said, he realized it was true. "If you truly love me as you claim," she spoke, hope started gathering his heart. "Then, accept me as who I am right now. I don't love you anymore. I love Naruto-kun." And that was it. His heart cracked, shattered. Asuma refused to cry or shed a single tear. He refused to accept it, as he felt broken on the inside. But he still refused. His mind refused to accept it. And it was all because of that son of a bitch. As his glare turned towards Naruto, he took her, and he impregnated her to have his monster child. It was all him. All him! Seeing Asuma look at him, to further infuriate the man, Naruto actually smirked. "I see," he said, as he gripped his strange knife as he spoke calmly, as he got back up fully to his full height. "If I can't have you, and he's really turning you into this monster, then he won't have you either." As he swiped at Kurnai, but she jumped away, as she turned her alien form which was crimson, with ruby eyes. He got back up as he tried to cut her, but she evaded all of his strikes like it was nothing. As she slashed him across the face, he cried out in pain. As he threw his strange knife towards her, she slipped past and she gripped him by the throat, as their eyes connected as she placed him in a genjutsu. In Asuma's mind, Asuma looked around as he was tied to a chair, as he tried to get up but he could not. Asuma... As he looked up to see Kunai, as she was smiling. Standing there was also a smiling Naruto. They weren't wearing any clothes. No, 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 Asuma said. For the next 24 hours, Naruto and I are going to give you a show. If you really believe that I'm the same Kunai who still loves you, well, I suppose this will change your mind. No, I won't watch this, he yelled in anger, but his eyes refused to close, as he could not close them, no matter. If he tried to bring down his eyelids, he could still see everything quite clearly. You're going to watch whether you like it or not, she said. A bed formed in front of them as Kunai got on. Naruto did not speak, but his smile and that look in his eyes. Asuma started to lose himself in rage. Asuma gritted his teeth as tears shed from his eyes, as he was forced to watch a scene that he dreaded, and there was nothing that he could do about it. Meanwhile, as entertaining as this was, I have to kill her tyrant uncle. Koike glanced over towards Naruto with a smile, unknown to everyone that this was happening, as Naruto had Dodo's location after killing the bulky one. Hold it right there, Naruto, Kakashi yelled. But Nidori cut him off. I wouldn't worry about him, Kakashi. As Nidori was about to attack until his head was cut clean off. As he fell, head separated, as Eugeo stood there. Eugeo, stand aside, said Kakashi. I can't let you do that, she said. If you want to get to my alpha, you must get past me first. So be it, said Kakashi as he steeled himself. She pulled her blade. As they rushed, blades and kunai clashed violently. Fubuki decided to capture Koyuki, seeing that everyone was busy, as she knew if she retreated and came back empty-handed, she would be killed by Doto. On the other hand, Sasuke was pissed off, as he was itching to get his revenge on that freak Naruto. Shino, Sai, and Choji moved to fend off Fubuki, as Sasha had her bow and arrows, Mirai had her Tonto. As for Sakura, she was finding herself completely outmatched, as she could not touch or even come close to Ino, as she used her hair tentacles to wrap around Sakura's throat. As Sakura was in mid-air, she clawed at her neck, trying to get free, but nothing she did could, as she felt herself losing consciousness. As Ino threw her into the snow, as she passed out cold. As Ino saw Fubuki, as she flew above the group, as she was going after the princess. Well, she couldn't let that happen, as Ino launched herself forward. Meanwhile, with Naruto, as he was making his way, as he was running through the snow and ice, making his way towards Dodo, as Sasuke was struggling to keep up with him, as Naruto paused, as he caught onto Sasuke's scent, as he looked rather annoyed, as he shifted his arm into a giant scythe blade, as he sliced a tree in half, as it dropped right in front of Sasuke, as he then leaped into the tree. He blasted off, destroying it with nothing but raw speed. Damn it, said Sasuke, as he lost Naruto, as Naruto made his way straight towards Dodo, as he had faith in his party to do the rest. Back with Kakashi and the others. Kakashi and Eugeo was clashing violently, the weapons creating sparks. How could you side with him, Eugeo? How could you become something that is not a human, said Kakashi. You wouldn't understand, Kakashi. I love my alpha and daughter. I'm willing to help my alpha restore his clan and convert any woman that is to breed, said Eugeo. This is not what Hayate would want you to be. He'll be rolling in his grave to see what you've become. It's not too late for you to switch sides and help us defeat Naruto. It's possible that we can restore you and the rest of the females that Naruto corrupted. As he tried to reason with her, but she glared at him. Hayate is dead. I have moved on and found someone a lot better. Do you honestly think I'll betray my alpha and endanger any other child I might possibly have, and my child right now? You must be insane. Listen to me perfectly. I'm not loyal to Konoha anymore. I stand with my daughter Naruto-kun and our home. As she sliced the kunai in half, she then kicked him in the stomach as he was sent flying back, as he flipped away and landed. So, you're not there anymore, huh? Said Kakashi. I guess I have no other choice but to end you. As he spoke in a grim tone, knowing that Eugeo he once knew was no longer there. We will see about that, Kakashi. I always respected you while I was in Anvil, but now you're aiming to my alpha and my children, and I will let no one threaten my family. Meanwhile, as Ino slapped away Shino and Sai like they were nothing, as she turned her sight towards Fubuki, but she was grabbed. As she looked down, Shadow, as Choji enlarged his arm. You have gone too far, Ino. You're not the same troublesome girl I used to know. Now you're a troublesome woman, Shikamaru. Please, lazy ass. If anyone is troublesome, it is you. Release me now, she said. I cannot do that, he said. Oh, but you will, said Mirai Uzumaki, as her tanto pressed against Shikamaru's throat. Damn it, he cursed. I suggest you release me or she will kill you. As she pressed the tanto closer to his throat, as Shikamaru was forced to release her, as Choji could not move because Sasha had her bow and arrow right towards his skull. Make one wrong move and you're dead, she said. As Fubuki was flying towards Koyuki, she was about to grab her till Korone appeared and grabbed her wrists, as she backhanded her into the snow. The hit was so hard that Fubuki started to get dazed. Kakashi got sliced on the left arm, as Yuji's shoulder tackled him, knocking him down to the ground, as she placed her sword right in front of his eye. Surrender, Kakashi, you've lost. One wrong move, and you won't be known as Kakashi of the Sharingan anymore, she said. It was done. All they had to do now was wait for Naruto. Meanwhile, with Naruto, as Naruto avoided the guards and samurais, he made his way towards the throne room. Dodo, who was in the throne room as he was waiting for his guards to return, bringing back his niece so that he could activate the weapon that could help him take over the Elemental Nation. That is until he saw the bulky shinobi appear in front of him. Why are you the only one here? And where's my niece, he asks. The princess is in good hands, Dodo-san. Well, if she is, why she's not? Dodo paused as he saw the man start to tremble, his body then shifting to a blonde-haired man. What the hell? The next thing he knew, his head slammed against his own throne, as Naruto picked him up with one hand. Who the hell are you? Do you know who I am? I'm the daimyo. I don't give a damn who you are, said Naruto. Because to me you're a fraud, said Naruto. Claim what you want, but I know the truth. You're just a fraud. None of this belongs to you. As Naruto started to increase the pressure. Don't kill me. I'll give you whatever you want, if you spare me. You have nothing I want, but I already have something of yours. What do you mean? Your niece, of course, said Naruto. And she's gonna be carrying a royal born in her womb, said Naruto. You wouldn't, said Dodo. Oh, I would, said Naruto. She's gonna be carrying my child. Too bad you won't get to see him or her. As Naruto snapped the man's neck and dropped him, several samurais barged in. As they saw their daimyo dead, the captain stepped forward. What have you done to our lord? That man you serve is nothing more than a pretender. He's not the true ruler of Snow Country. Koyuki is. He killed the previous daimyo and claimed the throne for himself. It does not belong to him. It belongs. The Princess Koyuki, said Naruto. The samurais looked at him skeptically. Who are you, they asked. The name is Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze. Time skip, as Naruto returned with a platoon of samurais. As Koyuki got up and ran towards him, as she hugged him and kissed him on the lip, shocking everyone there, well except for the others and you. Kakashi was confused until he saw her color blue, and then he saw the marking on her neck. But how? When did Naruto get close to Koyuki to do that? Kakashi then remembered the man running towards the bulky one. Naruto could impersonate someone by taking their form. He used that to get to her. Damn it. As Kakashi narrowed his eyes around, but Naruto gave him a look. Tell him to try it, I dare you. With all the samurais and everything like this, he will be going up against Naruto, who Koyuki seemed to be fond of quite well, and the samurais would definitely intervene, so he did not try anything. As Sasuke appeared, there you are, only for the guards to draw their weapons and block his path. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Sasuke, said Naruto, as he wrapped her arm around Koyuki's waist. Damn you! Stop hiding behind those samurais like a coward, and fight me, Sasuke growled in anger. I have no intention of fighting a pathetic fool like you, Sasuke. Be more like your brother, because even he know better not to cross me. You saw Itachi? Sasuke clenched his fists. Did you? No, said Naruto, cutting him off. Be grateful I haven't killed your brother yet. As Sasuke snarled in anger about the samurais, prevent him from moving forward. My love, what should we do with the Konoha shinobis? They're annoying, said Koyuki. I think they have overstayed their welcome here, said Naruto. They have an hour to go back to their village, and report their failure of protecting you. As Koyuki turned her head, you all are no longer welcome here in Snow Country. You have an hour to leave. Failure to comply will result in execution. The Konoha group was shocked. You'll regret this, Naruto. You'll never get away with this, said Kakashi. Oh, but I already have, said Naruto. Be sure to give my regards to Jiraiya when you tell him about your failure. As Naruto turned along with his crew, Koyuki, and the others towards the daimyo's castle. This is bad. He has infected Koyuki. This is the entire country which he controls. Damn it, Kakashi thought. Sasuke was boiling as he watched Naruto leave. But there was nothing he'll do about it now. But he will. Have his revenge. Just you wait and see, you monster. Time skip a day later. As Koyuki would be taking up the rightful claim as daimyo of the land. As she explained to her subjects that they were following a false daimyo, her uncle murdered her father. As a celebration happened, with the princess returning home. As the director wanted to get Naruto's input on a movie that he wanted to create after witnessing what he witnessed, a movie with him and Koyuki, as Naruto would be delighted to take part. As Naruto sat on his chair with Koyuki resting against him, his other wives to the side, as they were eating at the moment, enjoying the celebration going around them. As he still had Fubuki under his capture, but he had no interest in her. She would be given to one of his sons. That is her fate. Now that he infected the princess, he was gonna wait until she transformed to mate with her. And after that, when he returned, the next person to be turned will be Mikoto Uchiha. Then there was more. There was many out there to be infected. He knew that there were 2 Jinchurikis like him. 2 female ones. One of them was a blonde, as she was from Kumo. The other one had mint green hair and orange eyes, as she was from the Waterfall Village. He would claim the both of them, as he could see the Akatsuki would be targeting the both of them, and he would not allow that to happen. Later that night, as Naruto was in Koyuki's private quarters, the room sealed off to the sound outside, as he was looking at the cocoon on the wall. In the next few hours, at 4 in the morning, the cocoon started to crack. As she emerged, her figure had increased a bit, more curvaceous, and her chest size had grown. As Naruto smiled as Koyuki looked towards him. Naruto-kun, she said, I need you. Well, he was not one to decline. Time skip. When it was done, she gave birth to triplets, 2 boys and 1 girl. They had blonde hair and similar eyes to their mother. The first boy is named Zet's Marquis, Namikaze Uzumaki, and the second boy is named Charaznable, Namikaze Uzumaki, and the girl is Salomas, Namikaze Uzumaki. As Koyuki flushed in delight as she saw her new babies, as she felt nothing but warmth and affection for her new babies, right away, there was no hesitation as she loved them all. Saying go for Naruto. Time skip. It was now time to go back to Uzo, as Snow Country was now called Spring Country, as the machine was a generator to warm the entire place. Uzo was now going to be allied to Spring Country, and they would share their technology with them. After saying goodbye, and they took Fubuki with them, as they made their way back home, with Jiraiya at the moment. Jiraiya was not happy. Oh no, he was not happy at all. Hearing Kakashi's report, he was furious, as Naruto had showed up in Snow Country. What the hell was he even doing there? He infected the actress, who was secretly a princess turned daimyo, as he was getting stronger. Not just more powerful, but influential as well. This girl was in charge of the Spring Country, and Naruto had turned her into one of his own. Asuma. They had to put in a mental hospital. The man had lost his mind, as he started to attack everyone around him. They had to restrain him. Inoichi found out what happened by Sakura, and after hearing what Asuma went through with Kurnai, the mother and father was not pleased, as they were broken to hear about their daughter. At the moment though, as Jiraiya was in the council room, quiet, he said, as everyone was speaking at once. As Homura then spoke, seeing that everyone had quieted down so he could make his claim. What will be done about the Kyuubi Jinchuriki and his horrors and demon spawns? As both Koharu and Homura wanted Naruto dead for after killing Danzo. I want him dead. I should be given the right to destroy his mind, for stealing my daughter and corrupting her, Inuichi said in anger. Everyone just calm down. I'm already thinking of something to calm this. And what do you have in mind, Hokage-sama? Asked Shikaku. We need power to face Naruto. At the moment, he's gotten so much stronger. Since he killed Orochimaru, we don't know how much stronger he's gotten. I plan to go to Taki and talk to them. We need a Jinchuriki on our side. How do you know that's going to be possible? He was easily able to dispatch Danzo and his roots, and Orochimaru like it was nothing. We don't know how much stronger he has gotten, said Shikaku. If push comes to shove, I have a backup plan. And what is that, Koharu said. I'm going to call a Kage summit. The others were shocked. A Kage summit? Are you serious? Let me explain, said Jiraiya. Naruto has already made 2 alliances, one with Wave and one with Snow Country. He's out breathing more women, and that gives him a sense of control, and not to mention their 100% loyalty to him. They disregard everything of their past, given to Sume and her own son Kiba. So, Naruto is basically in charge of those 2 villages. And if he keeps on doing this, the more power he will get. And it's not just in those local villages. What if he turned towards villages like Kumo and the Stone? He will infect their female population, and there will be war. I doubt the rest of the nations want this to happen in their own village. So we just might form as an alliance against Naruto and his infected wife and children altogether. We must stop the growing revival of the Uzumaki clan before it is too late. I saw his children's. They were supposed to be baby, and there is no way that you're supposed to grow or be born so quickly. They're growing at an astonishing rate. What will happen if they start to spread and infect the rest of the world as well? There will be no stopping them at all. So having a Kage summit, an alliance between the other Kages to end this, is our best shot, said Jiraiya. Little did Jiraiya know, Kiri was already in alliance with Uzu. I hope you know what you're doing, Jiraiya, said Shikaku. I hope so too, but this is our best bet to go at Naruto. First, I will go to Taki. Meanwhile, at the Land of Spring, there was a 7 feet tall, invisible creature that just revealed itself to the world. It was wearing armor, a cannon on its shoulder. It was wearing a mask, and it had dreadlocks over here, as it was packing a few items and equipment to go and hunt its new prey that it saw leaving, as it grabbed its traps and made its way off. To show that the thing wasn't a pod, it was like a small lair with a trophy room, and the trophies was skulls, and it was now going to go after its next target. Time skip back at Konoha. The rookies are currently sitting at a barbecue restaurant, except for Sasuke Uchiha, as he just wanted to be alone as he was training his ass off so that he could fight and kill Naruto. That son of a bitch. Not only did he took my mother's sister, Hinata-chan, and now my sensei, and Inu as well, growled Kiba in anger and rage, as he was now the new clan head of the Inuzakas, as he had a new dog named Yose. He still hasn't gotten over the fact that his best friend and ex-partner Akamaru left him and betrayed him, just like his mother and sister. Ever since he was discharged in the hospital, he started training his ass off. So when you find Naruto, he can kill him and take everything away from him. He didn't care if Jiraiya, Sasuke, or Asuma. Once they kill Naruto, they will have to wait in line because he will be the one to end that monster's life. He was not going to be denied the chance for revenge. No one was going to stop him. Sakura had told him everything, as she told him that Ino was no longer human. Neji was silent on this matter. He was now the head of the Hyuga clan, with most of the top council members dead, Hayashi dead, Hinata and Hanabi gone. He was in charge. He will exterminate Hinata and whatever bastard child she had with that low-life commoner. And if Hanabi was a part of the fold, she will die as well. So unyouthful. What Naruto is doing is very shameful and unyouthful, said Lee, as Tenten nodded as well, as she couldn't believe that all of this was happening. She wondered, will Naruto target her next, as she shuddered at the thought of him coming for her. Troublesome, said Shikamaru. We shouldn't try to challenge Naruto. Why not? Can't you see what that bastard has done? Don't you care that he took your teammate and violated her? Forced her to have his children, said Sakura in anger. What do you want me to say? You and I both know that Naruto is way out of our league. You do realize that he easily dispatched Orochimaru, right? Sasuke can kill Naruto. And I know it. And after he kills the bastard, he will go after Sil and Eve, as they're monsters as well, and they need to die. Said Sakura with her inner Sakura, cheering her on. And what makes you so sure that he will try to kill them? Perhaps if he does somehow kill Naruto, I think he will try to take them for himself. Sakura frowned at that as she hoped that her Sasuke-kun was not interested in them after seeing their true appearances. She was angry. How is it that Sasuke-like women that are better than her? What is it that they have that she don't? As she was mentally jealous at Ino's adult look, the curves and figure that her former best friend now has. She is currently in Hinata and Ino's shadow, as they were way more developed than her. But she's still pretty, right? Why can't her Sasuke-kun notice her? Why can't he? But that is gonna change. She will kill Sil and Eve, and make him see her as a strong Kunoichi, and then he will take her as his wife. The thought of that happening delighted her. At the Hokage's tower at the moment, Jiraiya is making preparations to head off to Take in a few days, as he's taking a squad of Anbu just in case. She was a Jinchuriki like Naruto, and not to mention she's a female, so perhaps he might target her, and Jiraiya couldn't allow him to get his hands on a Jinchuriki. That would be detrimental for them. He heard a knock on the door. Enter, he said. As a woman came in, she was wearing red lipstick and short black hair, and she was wearing a red bodysuit, gloves, and a skirt that is open at the front, bandage on her wrist, and also her left thigh and leg as well. Who are you? Said Jiraiya. Have you forgotten me, Jiraiya-san? My name is Tokiwa. I'm from Nitsuko village, she said, as it snapped into his head. Oh yes, Jiraiya-san, I remember you. What brings you here? It's been a while since we last spoke to each other. As she frowned. You should know why I'm here. Have you forgotten about a certain deal that we had a long time ago? As he tried to remember, he thought long and hard until it hit him, as his eyes widened. You're not seriously here for that, right? He asked. Was it not you who agreed for one of your students to marry my student Shizuka? She asked with a frown, as Jiraiya had a straight face. I'm afraid you'll have to cancel that deal, said Jiraiya, as she narrowed her eyes at him. And pray tell, why do you want to cancel our agreement? Surely you want your student to at least get to know about my protege, she says with him being silent and looking away. Because my student went rogue, and he's no longer my student anymore. So I guess this means no alliance between our villages, she said. I'm afraid not. I'm sorry you came here for nothing, he said. She scoffed as she left. As Jiraiya looked towards his paperwork, he glanced up as he really hoped that she did not try to look for Naruto at all. As she returned back to the hotel. So what do you find? Her student Shizuka said. A girl of fair skin, average height, and an athletic build. Green eyes and waist-length black hair, with short bangs framing her face. He said that his student went rogue from what he's claiming, but I believe he's lying. Do we even know who his student is? Another, Netsuko Kunoichi said, as she was in there as well. I do. I done a bit of digging while I was here, said Shizuka, as she pulled out a bingo book, as she flipped through pages until she stopped, as a fellow Kunoichi and her mentor came over. They both stared at the image of a blonde-haired man who looked so much like the fourth Hokage of Konoha. I didn't know that the fourth Hokage had a twin, or a relative that looked so much like him, the Kunoichi said, as Shizuka shook her head. No, it's not his twin. It's his son. How could you be sure? Minato Namikaze was Jiraiya's last student who died on the attack of the Kyuubi, said Tokiwa. Maybe so, but something tells me that is him. That is my destiny betrothed, said Shizuka. So what do we do? Asked the Kunoichi with short brown hair. What do you think we do? We go and find him, said Shizuka. Time skip. In about a few months, Uzo will be rebuilt to its glory, as Spring Country had sent help from his wife. Kira had done the same thing as me, had brought her son to meet his siblings, as she brought a few workers as well. While that was going on, Kushina and Mikoto were discharged, as they were restored back to full health. The moment Kushina was out, she had rushed to meet all of her grandbabies, as she couldn't believe that they were so much. She remembered what Naruto told her about this was just a lot, as she couldn't help but cry, as she saw all of them, and they were so sweet as they jumped upon her with a smile, as they called her Grandma Kushina. Well, she wasn't so old, but they were her grandbabies. She also met Scylla and Eve, Naruto's first wives. As for Nana and Akamaru, they were the first infected alien hybrid dogs. The kids were already 13 and 12 years old. It will only be a short amount of time now for them to grow and turn into full adults. As Naruto spoke to his mother, as he told her how he planned to revive the Uzumaki clan, and he wasn't afraid of anything that would try and threaten his family. Later on that night was a big banquet party for Kushina and Mikoto, happy that they were restored and they were now a part of the family. As the woman had saw Tatsumi there as well, as he got to interact and talk with her, as Mikoto asked her what it was like. As Tatsumi told Mikoto how amazing it was. So, Mikoto decided to ask, well, she had to ask her best friend first, if she could be with her son. It was rather strange and awkward, as Kushina had a long talk with her to ask her if this was what she truly wanted, but she couldn't help it. From the moment she woke up, there was this desire just to be with him, as she didn't know what this feeling was. Kushina would not feel it, seeing that she was his mother, but Mikoto felt it, and it was so powerful. As Kushina knew that her best friend was never happy with her marriage to Fukaku. It was a bit strange, but all of this was a bit strange. But as long as her son and her best friend was happy, she would not be against this, as that made Mikoto so happy. So yeah guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the rest of this and what Naruto has in store for the rest of the world, stay around and stay tuned to see exactly when I post, turn on that bell notification and enjoy. So yeah, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.